All praise to the Most High and Yahweh Shah bless. Shabbat Shalom. We coming at y'all today. The title of the day is going to be Israel, take your candle from under your bed. And I do this. I came out with this class because one, I noticed when we be out, and me and Jeroboam been experiencing it lately. Just like we met this brother. How'd you know? Better yet, how'd you know we was Israelite? Because you looked at me and the friend and you smiled. That's what I told him. I said, that dude turned around and I said, that dude must recognize his fringes. And you turn around seeing the fringes and smile. That's why we're supposed to be knowing with each other, because people running around now and they be talking about we don't have to do these commandments like that. See, that's letting your life. That's why I asked you, well, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Another guy, I was at work. He was driving a concrete truck. And I had my back turned. The first thing he came up to me, he said, Shalom, Ak. And it surprised me. I turned around, I was like, Shalom. I said, he said, he just had this big smile on his face. But I asked him, where your friend is at? He was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I start wearing them. Because he had realized, you know, and that's how we know who we are. And that's how when the other nations look at it, because it ain't just us brothers that look at it, but other nations look. They ask, like the lady told the kids the other day, I like those shirts. She don't know what about it, but something lit up in her because of the fact of the matter with the lights she sees shining. See, everybody thinks it's this light about it. This glow over our head. Nah, that glow comes because you're doing what the Most High said. And that glow comes because they see that you're doing what the Most High said. This ain't no TV show. We ain't Hollywood. So quit, everybody always want to look at it like it's a Hollywood show. No. It's a commandment, and the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's what make us shine. We're going to start this class. That's what I'm saying. Let do these law, statutes, and commandments until the least of them. And that's what people see. Because when they first of all, when they hear us teaching on the street, and they started going, man, them people lying, then guess what they do? They go back home and start reading these scriptures. Then when they see us again, they saying, man, they are doing what them scriptures was. They got beards on their face. That's why they wearing them beards now. It ain't because of James Harden. It's because the Bible's telling them that. Then they got them things on the bottom of their clothes. They got that blue strap around them. They don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But they know the people doing what the Bible say. Hold on. Time out. Then they start going to the scriptures where we brought out when they see Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Then they start saying, man, them people man, these are the children of God. These are the children of the Most High. This is them. So then they either got to make a choice themselves. Either you finna start treating us right, or you're going to keep on being evil towards us. It don't matter how it goes. Either you're going to be a good slave, or you're going to be a crispy one. One or the other. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be, out in the field or in the pit. That's the only choices they got. And same thing with Israel. Because we get more flack from our own people than we do from other people. I mean, and all we trying to do is say, they like, man, look, we had it wrong. We had everything wrong. Here's the right way. We got to go back to God's law, statutes, and commandments. But America done made people feel so free nowadays, man, that they don't think they got to do nothing. Let's start off, let's go ahead and get in this lesson, man. Let's go to number 6, 24. We're going to go through 27. And I just want to let you know, see, even when we started out before in Israel, we was already chosen to have a light on us, man. Go ahead.
The book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 24. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee.
Now this is the Lord. This is Moses when he had met the Yahweh. He got a glow on his face, and this is the glow that he had shown to the children of Israel when he came down. Remember, he had to have a veil over his face because he got a little deformed by looking at the back of the Most High. But Most High had that glow on his face. Same thing he did in Revelation. He had a glow on his face. Looked like lightning. So We have a shine on us. We was already we was preserved to be the same thing, have that same glow. Because our forefather did what? He wrestled with the angels. Hey, he gonna bless me. This how we are. You know, we wrestling right now we wrestle with ourselves. But it's time for us to come out of that and go back like our forefathers. It's time out for being Jacob now. We Israel now. Go ahead.
Verse 26, the Lord lift up his countenance upon thee.
He made his face even look, the whole glow on him has changed. His countenance has changed. We need to change as Israel, stand up bold as men and virtuous women. Something the world just don't have. Ain't nobody seen us like we supposed to be. Not this time. They haven't seen us like we're supposed to be. They don't understand now. That's why they come against us so hard now. Because they can't understand what the heck going on. I ain't never heard nothing like this. I got that Bible at home. I ain't never heard this type of stuff. It's in there. We finna bring it out. We finna let our light shine. We finna, man, it's finna be, they think it's sunny. It's finna shine here in a minute. Go ahead.
And give thee peace.
And give us what?
And give thee peace.
And we ain't got no peace right now. This is how we gonna get our peace. Go ahead.
Verse 27, and they shall put my name upon the children of Israel.
On who?
Upon the children of Israel.
On the whole world.
Upon the children of Israel. And I will bless them.
That's us. He said, they gonna put the name on the children of Israel. This is for us, by us. And all right, let's go to, we're gonna be coming to this, we're gonna break this other part down right here. Let's go to Matthew 5, and we're gonna start at 13.
Book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth.
We are the what?
Ye are the salt of the earth.
We are the salt of the earth. Let's get what that salt is. Let's go to Mark 9 and 50 before we even go any further. And y'all welcome to butt in anytime you two get, any one of y'all got something to say, this you can anytime you're ready. Go ahead, Mark 9 and 50.
The book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 50. Salt is good, but if the salt have lost its saltness.
But hold on, we always been taught salt was bad. It's bad. It raised our, now that pork been raising our high blood pressure. Them shrimps been raising our high blood pressure. And then the first thing we do is put salt on something that's already an abomination to it. Then talking about the salt is bad. No, the food you ate with the salt is bad.
That's right.
Hey, you man, imagine that's, I don't know if y'all ever, I have ate with some red people before. And they'll make a meal without no salt, and you be sitting up there trying your best to get through that meal. You want to look at the sausage, but you don't want to embarrass them, so you looking at the sausage, and you sausage said, man, just ask for me. You know what I'm saying? And you just want some salt on your meal. Because salt is good for it. It gives flavor to the food. You ever ask somebody to cook for you, don't use no salt at all? No seasoning? Here, you know, it's just meat.
It's bland.
Yeah.
You might want to eat a towel.
And it feel like, man, you can eat a small little piece and it feel like you chewing for about an hour. Yeah, man, this ain't gonna never go away. You be trying to swallow whole, got a big old whole half a chicken in your neck because ain't no salt. You just want to hurry up and get it down. But salt gives flavor. Salt is good. The white man tells us all the time, salt ain't no good. Salt ain't just bad for you. Every time you learn something, all that stuff they've been telling, I always go back and check and see. Man, they said this, let me go check. Because a lot of times they always going opposite of what the Most High wants us to do, or who we are. Go ahead.
Salt is good, but if the salt have lost its saltness.
If the salt ain't got no saltness, if you put some bland ingredients on there, you ain't gonna have no good food. Go ahead.
Wherewith will ye season it?
What you gonna season it with? If your salt ain't got no salt, if your salt don't even taste like salt no more, what you gonna season it with? That's like the planet right now. If Israel just now waking up. It ain't had no salt. It's lost its saltiness. And that's why the world is going crazy like it is. And what's so bad about it, when we come out, we bring them to people, hey, you got to bring these laws, statutes, and commandments. See, the world ain't used to salt. They used to food with no taste in it. We bringing taste to the world by bringing out the truth of this Bible.
And then on the flip side, because guess what? We give the word salt in the bad sense, because without the sports entertainment, guess what? There wouldn't be no people playing. We the highest jumpers, the fastest, the smartest, the best dressers, the best cooks, the best singers. So if you take us out of, in that aspect, boy, this world, this planet Earth be boring as hell, man.
That's what he was telling Abraham. All nations gonna be blessed because of y'all.
Yeah.
All nations gonna be blessed through you.
And you got to
And we the blessing that they got, because we built all their stuff. We entertained them through through history, through centuries of history. We done did all entertainment for them. We done tap dance for them. We done did Bible flip for them. You know what I'm saying? We done ran faster for them. We done did everything for them. We the salt of this earth, man. We been like that. We didn't even know it. We didn't even know it last time. Half of us don't know it today. And even before you was in this truth, you always knew, well, we better than them. I know I did. I said it plenty of times. Man, we better than them in anything. You know, and every time you seen the little old competition, it was the black and the white. You know darn well, you looking at, man, I hope this black dude don't get knocked out, man. God, I hope this black dude win. You didn't even know why. You just like, man. And then you looking at him like, man, if he lose, you like, you feel let down. Because you feel like, hey, the salt wasn't produced.
And you got to understand, when you think about the word salt, salt does what? It gives flavor and it preserves food. So the salt has a big aspect of your food and how you eat it and how you keep it. You know, how you save it. So that's why when they said the salt has lost its savor, it's just like if we, say for instance, if we ain't in that country is not the number one country anymore. But when we there, every captivity we've been into, we was the number one. That country was the number one country in the world. You see what I'm saying? So guess what? But when we was taken from that country had failed. Just like America. America gonna follow the same way.
And when you was asleep, you was preserved in salt for such a time as this. You was preserved for this time right now. That's what he said. Salt preserved. That's what you was preserved for right now. That salt that that's been in you preserve you. Because a lot of times, think about it. Over 100 million of us died. 70 million died of native Indians. We supposed to be out of here. They done came up with everything. Let's poison the air. Dang, that don't work. Let's poison the food. Man, that don't work. Let's poison, give them bad water. That don't work. Okay, let's go just start hanging them. That don't work. Every time they do something, we mass produce, we keep on, they be like, dang it. We killing them every day and they ain't touching us, but yet they still outgrowing. The same thing the Egyptian was like, saying the same thing. Hold on. How the heck we got them in hard bondage? How they outproduce us? How they all of a sudden they done got more than us? They cattle stronger. They tomatoes bigger. What is this? Man, let's enslave them.
And how they did it. Just think about it. If you had like, say for instance, you had like how they do their salt. If you get salt and you add things to the salt, now you change the impurity of the salt. See, but with us, we didn't change the impurity of the salt. We did it how the Lord told us to do. Like I said, we had the biggest tomatoes. He had the best. They like, dang, how did they get that? Because we didn't change what the one that didn't change what the Lord say. That's how you see the flourish. But when you start adding to this salt, that's when the problem comes in that situation.
Then it ain't salt no more. Then it's just called accent and slap your mama, season salt, all those different things. Go ahead, Al.
You going back.
No, you can finish that out. Yeah.
13.
Verse 50.
Book of Mark chapter 9, verse 50. Salt is good, but if the salt have lost his saltness, wherewith will ye season it. Have salt in yourselves, and have peace one with another.
Let's have salt in yourself. That's how these laws, statutes, and commandments in yourself. That's what give us peace with one another. That's what people don't understand. You stop crippling and blood, and I don't give a damn if they sign a truce. They gonna go back to fighting and shooting somebody if they don't got these laws, statutes, and commandments. Everybody trying to do everything, but without the Most High, without the real salt, that fake salt. With iodine and I remember I looked at this one thing, and I looked at when I looked at sea salt, and it just had salt, sea salt on the ingredient. Then I looked at the that more rich salt, and that's too many ingredients for salt. What y'all? That's because they added all this other stuff. That's what's killing people. But then you get sea salt, regular salt, then that's what gives the flavor. All that other stuff, like he said, now you done made something else. You done made a chemical.
That's right. Let me get a precept. Let me go to Colossians chapter 4 and verse 6 right quick. Show you something with this salt. How this salt can bring you about too. Get there, I'll read.
Book of Colossians, chapter 4, verse 6.
Read.
Let your speech be always with grace.
Let your speech always be with grace, man. Always talk like we was bringing out earlier. Man, to show brotherly love, man. To look at us as we are the children of Israel. Read on now.
Seasoned with salt.
That's how your speech should be towards one another.
Oh, praise.
Let your speeches and how we talk be seasoned with salt, man. Show comfort, brothers, man. Be there for brothers and sisters, man, in their time of trouble, man.
And that's also saying season with these laws, this word of the Most High.
Come on.
Season with the, that's why we're supposed to speak with each other according to scriptures when we going out and teaching each other, because that's what it's going to say. Go ahead.
That ye may know how ye ought to answer every man.
And this how you answer.
That's
You answer with these scriptures. This is the salt. This is what we're supposed to be having. Not being her and Macbeth and all them other type. That ain't salt. Them just books. We got to go get the movies put in us. You know, because, you know, in the Matrix had said, I don't care what they said in the Matrix. It's in the Bible. Did he quote from the Bible? That's what I need to know. And that's the salt. We go back. Let's go back to Matthew chapter 14. Now, start back at 13. Go and finish that up.
Book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14.
Get on 13. You
Yeah,
gotta
13.
finish that out.
Verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing.
It ain't good for nothing. If we ain't got these laws, statutes, and commandments, I'm gonna tell you everybody right now. Tell your homeboy, tell your mama, tell your grandmama, tell your little baby. I don't give a dang if the baby 1 year old. If the son gun don't have these laws, statutes, and commandments and doing them, they ain't good for nothing. I know it hurts some of y'all. I can't tell them that. I can. If you can't tell them call me. I'll tell them for you. You ain't no good. You ain't no good for nothing. I ain't say it, the Bible gonna say it. That's all I'm gonna do is read the scripture to them. Well, that's what the Bible say. If you believe this, then you must believe if you ain't obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments, you ain't no good. If you ain't letting your light shine, the Bible saying you ain't no good. So get them friends and stuff like that. Keep your beard on your face. Don't be shaving your head. Why? Because you making yourself no good, because you losing your faith in your soul.
Let me get another precept on it. Take
Oh,
back
okay.
up what Ox saying. Give me Deuteronomy 4 and 6. This is the reason why he said that you will be no good right here. This explains it. When you get there, I'll read that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Keep therefore and do them,
Mm-hmm.
for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the
That's
nations.
the reason why we'll be no good if we didn't have these law, statutes, and commandments. This is our wisdom in sight of all the world, man. God's laws is our wisdom, man. This is how they say, oh man, these people right here, man, they the greatest on the planet because we got God's word. Read on now.
And when you speak in Most High's words, less times when people just sat there and remember that guy we was talking to, he turned around, he heard we pulling all them scriptures. He said, well, that's just because you guys are smart. And number of the time, I flunked a lot of college courses, man. So I ain't that smart, believe me, as far as worldly smart, you know what I'm saying? But he was just because he heard the scriptures coming out like that, this is our wisdom. Then when they look down and the scriptures coming out, they see us doing it. What that other guy at the pizza place say? Y'all actually, he said in all America, he said, y'all actually do. But he said he called it religion though. He said, y'all actually do the religion. He said, I ain't never seen nobody in America do it. You know, he was like, man, and he give us discount even though he a Muslim. But he see, like, he respect the fact that we do the commandments. And he was like, man, y'all really do the commandments? Y'all do what the Bible say, really. The rest of them don't. That's what he was telling me. They don't. He said, y'all the first one I actually see doing it.
Hey, read the rest of that out.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
See, because that's how they look at us, like, dang. Surely they call us a great nation. Because guess what? We got God's law, statute, and commandment, and we do it, man. That's why they call us a great nation. They look at it like, dang, these people actually live. Like I'm saying, this man look, dang, they actually do this. This is amazing.
And they not thinking about you. If you sitting out there on the corner, got your pants sagging, ain't got no friends on, this not, they not thinking about you like that. What they gonna be doing, you know how they white folks do, they love to make a difference between, well, they different, he a different kind of black than that. You know, and that's exactly what they gonna be saying later on, is if it's gonna change, they gonna be like, man, them right there way different. Although I hate them, I like the ones that are ready to shoot bow me in my head, but they, you know, because they shooting porno guns. They gonna hate us because we shooting the real major man. We got the major weapon, this Bible.
Keep reading, huh? Read that last little part on Deuteronomy.
Verse 7.
Uh-huh.
For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them?
Because that's what they hate, is us being a nation of people, that we got God so near to us. That's what the word now means, man. God is only for the Israelites, man. No other nation of people, man. And you think the other nations don't know that? So they hate us for that, man. Read on, huh?
As the Lord our God is in all things.
And then and then he gave you that pronoun, personal pronoun, our God. It's not saying that he's the God of everybody. Read on, huh?
That the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for.
That we call upon him, the Israelites, man. That's a good precept. I love that precept. Go ahead, huh?
That's good, that's all praises. He had brought that, let's go back to Matthew, start at 14.
Finish 13.
Yeah, you go ahead and finish 13.
Wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out.
To be what?
To be cast out.
To be what?
To be cast out.
Man, thrown away. So, let the garbage truck come and get it. They come on Tuesday. Just put in the trash can.
And even to bring it up to today, that's also similar to let the other nations destroy them. You know, cast out, put them in captivity, put them in slavery, and see who they got then. See who gonna defend them then.
Yeah, put outside the gates. You know what I'm saying? That's right in the hands of the other nation. Because if you ain't in the gates of our nation, you in the gates of another nation. Go ahead.
But to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Verse
That's what he
14.
was just. That's what he was just bringing out. Trodden underfoot of men, the other nation. Go ahead.
Ye are the light of the world.
We are the what?
The light of the world.
We are the what?
The light of the world.
Who was that say that again? Ye. That's you, brothers of Israel. Ye. Brother, you right there. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. But if you ain't doing these laws, you ain't doing nothing but putting the candle up under the bed. And what happened when you put that candle up under there? You're going to burn yourself up trying to sleep. Talking about something hot. I thought that was a dream. I had a dream and it was smoking and yeah, that's you burning. That ain't no dream, that's real. That's real. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Do what?
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Let's go to Proverbs 6 and 23.
Because before we even go there, what is that light talking about? Brother TJ, you know what that light is?
knowledge and wisdom.
Be more specific, make it plain to our people.
I was dealing with the Holy Spirit, dealing with the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's
No,
it. That's it right there, and we finna read.
That's
it
why I
right
wanted to
now.
get this out, cause I was I'm glad you, way to introduce it.
You know, we're gonna ask questions to see who brothers been studying up in here,
Yeah.
man. Cause you know, that's very important that you go home and take the time to study what brothers is bringing out.
And we're finna see what that light is, just like you had just said. Go ahead.
Proverbs 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light,
And the what?
and the law is light.
The commandments are a lamp, and the law is the light. The commandments stand, the law stands right on top of the commandments. People talking about they all different, they stand right together.
Exactly.
So you have a camera, you put it up there about with nothing, it'll fall over and then you burn the whole house down. You put it on the candlestick, so it's like a hit, like the city of nation of Israel. We can't be hid, because why? We sit on top of a candlestick. So the whole earth don't see us.
That's right.
Y'all getting this? You got a question?
So a Christian church, the pastor teaching them to be a light, but how they gonna teach them to be a light without the commandment?
Because they doing just that.
That's exactly right.
They call to be a light, but they ain't got a light on the candlestick. They got a light up under the bed, up under the basket is what they got.
This is why they can't teach it. Y'all ain't got to go there, I'm gonna just read it out. Malachi 2:7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth. For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
Read that again, because it said the law, right?
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law.
Hold on, stop. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. So, and he was just explaining, he was like, well, they teaching them to let their light shine. Well, where is it shining? Because we can't see it.
Exactly.
That's right.
We dang sure can't see it on Saturday because you're in the club on Saturday. We can't see it on the Sunday because you call that the Sabbath. But as soon as that day, as soon as y'all out of church, y'all right over at Golden Corral, eating all the pork they got and spending money.
That's right.
So you ain't letting your light shine. They got it up under the bed. Then wondering, the Israelites, man, they taking all our members out the church. No, because you burning down the church. And I'm glad it's burning down. It should be burning down because most I don't dwell in that building no way. Go ahead. Now let's go back. Finish
And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
and reproofs of instruction. That's us getting corrected. That's a way of life. So don't feel bad when somebody corrects you, brother. You quit. That's a way of life. That's how we get better. So, like I tell people, correct me. I stand to be corrected. Correct me anytime you see me out of line, correct. Hey, brother, you got that wrong right there. All right, please. Because I'm trying to get hey, man, we ain't made it. Ain't nobody said we up here got on a nice garment, but that don't mean I made it. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice little buns on. Don't mean I made it. I'm teaching a class. Don't mean I made it.
Read that part over again. I want to touch on that. I'm going to show y'all something right quick. Read that over again.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
That is our light, man. Read on.
And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Now, a lot of people can't take reproofs. That's the problem with Israel. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. Let's see what the Bible says. Let's go Sirach 32:17. Because a lot of people don't want to take the correction, man. People don't like to be corrected, man.
At all.
Nobody wants to be
Israel.
corrected, man. Israel is one of the nations that don't want to be corrected, man.
My sons right there. My sons, boy, they that 20, boy, you can't tell them nothing. They know everything right now. And I'm like, man, y'all really don't know nothing. You talking about for 22 years, and I'm thinking you 22. Well, you had just got out of elementary school at 10 and all this stuff. Now, so that make you 12, because you ain't started learning much of nothing.
What the old school saying? I forgot more than you know.
No doubt. And they think they know everything in Israel now. That's like right now, we got a lot of people go to the streets. Nah, I ain't going out there, cause you know that doctrine you got is gonna get tore off the bone.
That's it. That's why a lot of people don't hit them streets, man. Because they know what they pushing is a bull crap, man. But read that.
And then they scared to meet the people out there. They be on Facebook going off, cussing everybody out. Blah, blah, you knew you ain't blah, blah, blah. All this, thumbs just got big old on that mug, cause all they doing is tapping. But then when they scared to go out there to the people
Exactly.
and say that, because now you ain't got no computer to hide behind. You ain't got no telephone to hide behind.
Cause it's a different thing when you engage in our people. boy.
Exactly.
You hear them scoffers out there, boy, brothers get the tucking that tail between their legs, man. It's a serious job out there, especially for our people, man. You know, we the most hard-headed, stiff-necked people out there, boy. So they gonna come hard at us, man. So the Most High is gonna prove you too, if you've been studying or not, man.
That's
That's why it's very important. Go ahead,
That's the reason why you see us on this blog, man. Look here, week after week after week. And guess what? We tell our people every single time, we come out here undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Every week we out here undefeated. Guess what? We study and show ourselves approved, man.
Man, they'll get out there, man, and see them scoffers and them gang sales coming at them, and they'll be hopping in their car talking about, message me. I can't deal with you right there, I gotta go. Just message me though, I'm gonna tear you up if you message me.
Nah, it's like an old, what's it, Color Purple, when old Winfrey got hit. And that man on the piano, he shut that piano and said, oh, time to go. Time to go.
Whoop, time to go. That's what happened. They don't see spirits like that. That's what I said. And then when we deal with it, I be seeing, when I go home or I see somebody, I'm like, man, we see that spirit. I see it better than what you see on Facebook. I see the spirit up like face to face. We done seen them all. Everything that you can bring, we recognize that spirit when you're walking over here. When you come in the front of, all right, give me such and such before he even get over here. Cause I already know where he's finna go.
Yeah, read that right, cause we finna deal with this reproof right quick. Read that out.
Sirach chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved.
Read that again. Huh?
A sinful man will not be reproved.
A sinful man, you can't tell a sinful man nothing, man. He is not finna take no reproof. You can't tell them nothing they don't wanna hear, man.
Or sisters, you know, because it's written in the manly form, but it's talking about the sisters too.
Or children.
Or children. It's like it's talking about the nation of Israel, man.
Read on up.
But findeth an excuse.
Oh,
Do
boy.
what?
But findeth an excuse.
Because everybody got an excuse, man. Everybody got an excuse. Hey, man, look. Man, look here, brothers and sisters don't understand, man. Look, anything that we going through, guess what? The Lord can take you from there, but you got to trust Him. A lot of people don't put trust in the Lord. They don't put trust in these law, statutes, and commandments. They go on their own self. Oh, I got it out the mud. Ain't nobody help me do nothing. Negro, if God didn't open that gate up for you, you couldn't have got in there.
And
let you have
it
it,
ain't
man.
gonna happen overnight sometimes. Everybody think they jump in here and no, man, this is a gradual thing, man. The thing about it is, we need to be concentrated on is every day. I'm gonna improve on something every day. This is a drawn out to the thing, because I always hear a lot of our Israelite brothers, a lot of times they get the truth. I don't do nothing no more. Okay, God damn it. Man, whoa. So I need to read what you read, boy, because I got some things I'm
That means when people say and talking like that means you better than Brother Paul.
Yes.
You better than, because Brother Paul said what? I died daily. So that means things that he had to overcome daily. All of us go through things that we have to overcome in our daily walk, man. And if you in this truth and you ain't dying daily and you ain't trying to improve, oh, man, I don't really think I need the Bible. What? Because some brothers think that, man.
And that's where you can have compassion with your brothers and your sisters, because of the fact of the matter, they dealing with some stuff, you dealing with some stuff, so you can't be, see, but when we all high and mighty, I don't do nothing. See, so everybody just terrible. Because you thinking, I did everything, as soon as I heard it, I was done with it. No, you wasn't. All right now, boy, if I pull your skirt up, boy, all kind of stuff gonna fall out there, boy. Adultery, yeah, dang, pull that back, hold on. You're gonna be holding that garment back down, boy. Lift it up one more time. Fornication, God, wait a minute. Leave mine alone. You be popping my hand. Don't touch my garment.
And not to imagine the wicked thoughts that we constantly have.
Exactly.
You know, so we got to take all that into to account, man.
Constantly.
All right, let's go back. I'm glad he brought that out. All praise for that one. Better yet, before we even go there, go to John 8 and 12. Before we go back over there.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 12. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world.
Who?
I am the light of the world.
For all of them Old Testament on it. Hey, that's how you believe. We believe Yahweh is the light of the world. We believe he was back there in Genesis when he spoke to that. We believe those things. We know in the Old Testament when it's talking about that he was already prophesied to be coming out at the time. Because they're the same people that rejected the Most High when Yahweh when he came out. So you got to expect it. Those are the same people that's back today doing the same thing. So I don't even trip off them. But if they on my Facebook, I don't even block them. I just unfollow them. That way you can get what I'm trying to tell you. I don't receive what you trying to tell me. You know, so you got to be smart about this thing. Go ahead.
I am the light of the world. He that follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
And when we do these laws, statutes, and commandments, we don't walk in darkness. This is the only way we see. Man, if you hadn't gotten this truth, you open this Bible and start learning the real truth, you like, man, your eyes open up and you see so much stuff that you never even thought about. You can't even watch a movie no more without seeing what's behind the curtain. You sitting in the audience right now, all the way to the back of the theater. Everybody can just see the screen. You seen the making of the movie and what's behind it. Sitting in the same place they are. How? Because you came back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you know what's going on. When you turn on your TV, when your children going to school, you know what's going on now. When they come with this report, your child, you can look at your child and be like, nah, he didn't do that one. I know what he do. That ain't him. But what happened was the teacher, you know these things. Why? Because you got a spirit of discernment now. Where do you get that discernment from? These laws, statutes, and commandments of this Bible. The word, Yahweh Shah, he's the word. And that's where we got it from. That's why you see these things. Go ahead. You finished that up?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Isaiah 2 and 5.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 5. O house of Jacob,
The whole house of Jacob, that's the nation of Israel right here. Go ahead.
come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord.
Let us walk in the light of the Lord. This is what we must be doing. Let us follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. We tried everything else. We tried everything else. So me, my boy, back if I was in the city, I'd have been a Black Panther. You'd be dead. Just like the rest of them was getting killed off.
Or be on some kind of drugs. But
Yeah.
they killed them or put them on drugs, man.
Then all of them. Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, this and that. Well, how come you ain't went and joined them? Because you know that's some bull crap. They been out there for all this time and ain't nothing changed. He just as rich as T.D. Jakes. Got a big old mansion in Chicago. Doing the same thing. He just repping another religion. And they repping his other one.
And I'll tell you what, that brother gonna get a double whammy because he know
The
that
truth.
we the truth.
Yes.
That
Yes,
we
he
the
know.
Israelites.
Yes.
He wanna play both sides of the fence, but the Most High is not gonna hear that. So he gonna get a double whammy if the brother don't come up out of that wickedness and repent, man.
And he got to swallow his pride and go ahead and let his congregation know it ain't. Look, I've been lying all this time. Look, y'all really, we really, the children of Israel.
And they ain't been trying to ban him until recently when he been speaking of, we are the children of Israel.
Yeah, exactly.
He been having a platform all this time, but now that he been telling these people in this congregation, hey, we the children of Israel, man, you know what I'm saying? You can't play both sides.
Well, same thing when Malcolm said it. Dead. As
Yeah.
soon as what's the other guy? Muhammad, Khalid Muhammad, dead. Soon he came out. When he told them people on that television, though, 2 weeks later, whoa, his brother got too much power to be, and he changed it from his what he was taught.
Right. Well,
Now he coming out with this. Wait a minute, kill him now. Even the Muslims ready to kill him. Nation Islam was ready to kill him. Why? Because that's going against what we've been teaching all this year. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad didn't teach us that. I know Elijah Muhammad was lying to you. I ain't scared of them. I'm telling you right now, we don't fear no Islam or no Muslims, none of that. And we not going to. I'm not ain't going to start. I don't care if it's me and 182 of you. And y'all got guns and I don't. I'm just going to pull out the Bible.
That's it. That's right. We got a God that's gonna fight for us, man.
Cause we tell brothers, what is that, 2 Timothy 1:6, the Most High didn't give us the spirit of
At
fear.
all.
That's right.
Nehemiah even told us in 6:13 that having fear is a sin.
Is a
So,
sin.
We'll be breaking God's laws if we fear man.
Uh,
You know, so that's a heavy, man. That's real heavy for brothers to meditate on, man.
Oh,
Let's go back to Matthew 5:14. We're going to stay there, so keep your mark on that Matthews. We're going to precept from this Matthews right here. So keep a marker on Matthews 5, and then we'll be going back and forth, but we're going to keep coming back to Matthews, just to let y'all know. Keep it easy on you.
Matthew 5:15. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel.
And brother asked me, let me ask you, why would you not light a candle and put it up under a bushel?
because you can't see.
Bushel is actually a basket.
Because you can't see nothing.
What happens if you put it up under the
It's,
basket?
it's gonna catch on.
It's gonna burn everything down. Cause you ain't, what good is you buying, what good is you gonna light the candle in a storm and put it up under the bed? Who gonna see? It defeats the purpose of the candle that you just lit.
What good is it for you to know that you supposed to wear fringes, but when you go to the store, but when you go to work, but when you go, you ain't wearing your fringes? We are the light, man. We gotta let it shine no matter where we go, man.
And the thing about it is, that's the best time, because what happens is, the darkness is when you leave your house.
Exactly.
So if you're gonna walk out in darkness, you need your light shining. So that's when you're supposed to put your fringes on. That's when you have them. I don't give a dang what they tell me at work. Like a lady told me, she said, she don't wear a fringe. She in the business. She corporate. So therefore, you gotta wear a dress to work. Okay? Why you ain't got no fringes? Because I'm in corporate. Okay, have they ever said anything to you about a design on your, well, you can't have that design on your dress? No, that's an excuse.
That's right, man.
Because she want to fit in with everybody else. See, I don't like to fit in sometimes. I like to be different. I always been like that. I always been, he walk with a limp, my limp is way down here. You know, I'm walking cooler than him. I'm trying to be. I ain't trying to look like everybody else. They wear them, nah, I'm gonna wear these. They got Jordans, I'm gonna find me some shoes they ain't nobody got. And the people with Jordans like, they ain't I'm clean. Because it's not what everybody doing. Because we not like everybody.
That's right.
We gotta let our light shine, and I don't wanna fit in out. Like I know some cats that sit out there and go, and the only time they putting on fringes when they go to the streets.
Yeah.
Take the fringes off, so I have no idea you're Israelite now.
Exactly.
If I didn't see you on the Sabbath.
And that's very important because like we always bring up, man, you never know what brother or sister may see you out in your way of walk. And man, you might put the spirit on them to kind of get in this truth, man. You might give them the spirit of courage, having courage out there, man. Like, dang, I seen a brother out there, man. I seen a sister out there with their fringes on. You know, so that might put the spirit on them that want to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to wake them up, man.
And that's just like with me and Maccabee, we be out a lot, man. Man, you can ask Maccabee, but I'm talking about from miles. Brother got friends on, but I can spot him.
A long
He
way.
said, how the heck you see that?
Man, I'm talking about a while. He was like, that dude got fringes on. And there we are. That's how far we got to drive to him. Oh, hey, Shalom. And he turned around, Shalom. I was like, man, I ain't seen them fringes way back there.
Radar, man. People,
That
man.
sister got fringes on in there. Be a whole mall of people, a whole Walmart of people. He's fringes. That's light shining. How he see it? Because he's the light. That's how I know if you I'd be happy people say that to me, but I love to turn around and be like, oh, praises, like you got to, because that let me know. Now I know, not only that, I know you my brother that's in this truth. I know that. I'm like, oh, shoot. I don't probably have to know you, but guess what? If you need something right now, I don't even know you, but I see you keeping, you can probably ask me, so, man, hey, man, you got another $20 for us, man? You turn around, you got friends on. Hold on, here you go.
That's right, that's how they roll.
I don't know your name. What's your name again? So, well, take this 20, man. Hey, y'all praises, man. That's how we're supposed to be amongst each other. But I gotta know that. I don't want you to turn around, oh, praise, oh yeah, and just I watch videos, you know. And but you ain't doing no commandments, I can't. You know what I'm saying? And at least let me know, cause don't get it twisted now. Just cause people got friends on and doing all that stuff, don't mean that them some guns all holy. You know, some of them faking. So just cause they got on, cause they got on friends and they're just wicked as hell. You know what I'm saying? So that same nigga you just see, I'm telling you, got on friends, boy, and then slipped into the. You go in, my homeboy like, man, that dude in the titty bar, excuse my language, in the topless bar with friends on. You like, was he teaching the truth? Unless the truth on them dollar bills, you know, say he in that because they do that.
And I'm finna fire a shot at a few brothers. Now, I'm not gonna, I ain't calling out your name, but you know who you is. You brothers that be going in them clubs,
Yes.
with them fringes on. Look here. You brothers, man, out of line, man.
All
With that
praise.
thing, man. You brothers that's going up in there, man, y'all kicking it. I'm talking about big kicking it like everybody, like the heathens do,
Yes.
man.
Showing they bottles, all
Man,
on
come on,
what's
man.
name, all on
Right.
Facebook, all on YouTube. Yeah, man, y'all just worldly. Y'all just some carnal-minded Israelites. Y'all know the truth, but staying carnal-minded. Can't come out of the world. Oh man, just like that. What's the name? Lot's wife. Boy, don't look back. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, the most I come back, boy, you gonna look back, man, you gonna see neighborhood stoned up. This whole neighborhood, all your homeboy. I mean, just stuck. All of them was stoned, boy. Cause they all look back. I'll sue. I left my PlayStation. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man.
Let's get what that candle is right quick, man.
Good.
Give me Proverbs chapter 20, verse 27. All praise, that's how the Spirit works most high, man. I heard that precept this morning, man. That was a great precept for this class, man.
Yeah.
You know, read that right quick.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 27. The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord.
Read that again,
The spirit of a man is the candle of the Lord.
So that candle that we're supposed to be putting that light on is our spirit, man. You know, the law is the laws, the light is the laws, and the candle is the spirit of man. Man, that's a great precept when I heard that this morning. It instantly clicked. All praise. Read that again,
The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord,
Uh-huh.
searching all the inward parts of the belly.
Read that again,
The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord,
Uh-huh.
searching all the inward parts of the belly.
Searching all the inward parts of the belly, man. You know, so guess what? We got to put the commandments on our spirit, man. You know, to make it plain for the people, man.
For real. And let me give a precept, man, because like jumping back to what you were saying, Hebrews 13:1. Going back to what you were saying, like when you let your light shine, man, wearing the fringes or trying to wear that beard out there, being the light of the world, you don't know who you entertain, man. Who you might come into, man, and that's what the scripture's saying. Verse 13:1 says, "Let brotherly love continue." Now, when you hear this second part, it says, "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers." This stranger that is speaking of is the stranger within our gate, because the first scripture says, "Let brotherly love continue." Because you know, brothers not in this truth, they are strangers to us, man. They not keeping these laws that they strangers to the Lord. It says, so let brotherly love continue. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
Yeah.
Unawares, all.
You don't know who you touching out there, man. You don't know who you waking up to get us back into our kingdomship and rulership, man. You don't know what piece of the puzzle you done unlock, man.
And like when I went through the hood one day, that dude, you know what I'm saying, he said, man, that shirt clean in the mud, man. He's like, man, where can I get one of them shirts from? And you know that ain't do nothing but lead me to sit down there, boy, and break him off all through there. And I had loaded out like, that's why you like it, because it's part of you. And then I hear another one say the same thing, and another one. You like, see, and I realized this is because the reason you, for something you ain't never had it, but now you love it because it was part of you. You just forgot. Now you see it again, you're like, man, I don't know why I like that, but some odd reason I like that. Like the lady told the kids, I think, man, your shirt, them some gorgeous shirts. You know, we were just up there, we just looked like, probably at first looked like, and then what the whole way the people was acting. And what I said, they was acting all happy in the mud. Everybody was staring down at the friends. Cause we can't just jump out and say, we God's chosen people, we ain't running around everywhere saying that. We ain't got to. We just gotta be doing what the Most High say, and they'll see it.
Because just like Ox brought out in that Hebrews 13:1, that's a great precept because it says, you never know, you probably done entertain angels unaware, man. Because Most High, they go and come as they please too. Most High send them. Because guess what? You may be in the presence of one, so you always want to be on your best behavior, man. And never caught slipping, man. Like Ox say, man, he got fringe on his outside shirt and on his undershirt, man.
Keep them going, man.
You know, so hey, this is something heavy, man.
Just in case it get hot, you gotta take that shirt off. I'm
I'm
still
on the tank top, man. You know, so praise. Go ahead, Captain McCreary.
And another thing, you know, us being Israelites, man, we letting our light shine, man. Look, most people, when you start, you know, saying, coming into these law, statutes, commandments, and keeping these and wearing your fringes, man, you'll be scared to walk out the house almost. Man,
Oh, man, what?
Look, that's what I'm saying, almost, because when you go to the door,
Yeah.
you gonna turn back around, or somebody that's with you that's keeping them law, they be like, hey, brother, what you coming out? You ain't got
For
your
real.
fringes on.
Yeah. You could be
That's
just
why it's
taking
like,
out the
oh,
trash.
Oh, man, nah, look,
Brother.
and then when you're taking that trash off, boy, you realize that, you trying to hurry up and get back to the house, man.
That's legit.
Because you feel naked, I feel naked like,
Living witness.
because I should go out there with just the, what you call that, the white beat on.
Yeah. Tank
I'm
top.
like, oh, snap. And I feel naked. That's like that day, boy, I came, boy, that mother looked at me and said, oh, you ain't got your fringes on. I had looked down and said, oh, man, we gotta go back. You know, cause I don't feel right. Something that, you know, something missing.
And that's because guess what? No one knows the time of the day. We don't never want to be caught slipping, man. You know, you can send the Most High, Christ at this very minute, man.
We
So
gotta go get this.
yeah, we got to, man. Read that
Zephaniah,
out.
man, chapter 2.
You know what? That's the judgment for breaking God's dress code, because it is a dress code according to the Bible, man. You know, the Most High wanted His chosen people to look a certain way. With our sisters looking beautiful the way they do with their heads covered when the scriptures is coming out. Also, the men. Read that.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
That's
They
what,
would-
go ahead. It's saying when the day that the Lord come back to kill, he ain't say that the Lord come back to play.
Yeah.
He said in the day that the Lord come back to kill, read on.
In the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish.
Oh, no, hold on. Play patty cake.
I will punish.
No, he gonna play some chess with him.
That I will punish
Yeah.
the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
And he said, look, he said, the king's children. So your house shall know who his people are. So he said, I'm coming upon his my children, Lord. Hey, you one of mine. I'm punishing you. I remember my brother was talking to this dude on the telephone. He was telling him about the Israelite. He said, yeah, man, if the Most High come back right now, we both gonna be put to death, because I don't got no friends on it. You don't either. I bust out laughing. Boy, I was like, boy, they know something. They learning. But see, they watching.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They watching, because he's like, man, strange apparel. I was, boy, I mean, I wouldn't even buy them. I just overheard them talking. I was, boy, I bust out laughing, boy. I said, yeah, it's hitting them. It's hitting them. And not because I'm telling them, because we showing them.
That's
You
right.
see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Let's go back to let's go back to 14, Matthew 5 and 14.
Yeah, 15.
Now,
Yeah, we was on 15. You go in for the light of the candle, the bush. Matthew chapter 5, verse.
no, we, a city that is set on a high hill.
Yeah, we touched that. We gonna hit, yeah, we touched it again.
Because we didn't get there yet, we started at the light of the world.
All right. Verse 14 of Matthew chapter 5.
No, I'm sorry, Salaki.
15. You skipped over it. Go ahead.
Yeah, we did skip that part. Well, go ahead, go to 15. We'll just start there, because that's what we did. We didn't hit that sentence on that. But
Verse
we had
15.
scripture, don't worry about it.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Mm-hmm. And it said, give it light to all that are in the house. When we put on that candlestick, that means you sit up on high. Better yet, get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. There's no way to explain this but this.
That's a common precept, but that's a heavy.
It's a heaven, and it's something, man. And it's funny because you show that the Most High cared this much about you, and people be mad in the morning. No, I don't want to be the man. I want to be the dog. That's what people really be saying. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
He chose you, all of y'all. So don't be falling asleep back there, because he chose you too. Go ahead.
To be a special people unto himself, above all people
Now, equal to.
above all people
Read.
that are upon the face of the earth.
Man, we sat on high. We sat on that candlestick. We sat on that candlestick. We can't, man, I don't know how to explain. And I know we got Edomites watching this right now. We better than y'all.
That's right.
Telling you straight off the top. Well, that's pride. No, I didn't say it. The one who created us all said we better than y'all.
That's right.
I'm just repeating what he said.
Count on that.
And the thing is, man, like I always say, this verse alone right here, do you know what this will do to our self-esteem to our people?
Right.
Knowing that we are the best, we always felt that way.
Right.
But when God actually tells us this and we can read this and see this for ourselves, do you know this what this can do to our self-esteem as a nation of people, man? To know that we are the greatest nation on the planet, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us was rose up in the church and went to church a little bit. Never heard the scripture one time. Like I said, you know, this would have done to us, man.
Go.
This would have made us, man, even that much more special to know that, man, Lord, I think that we the greatest. Not think, but he told us that we are. Not one time I heard this in the church.
No, because at the end of that, people would have questioned. Above all people, so you the question. They above everybody on the planet. Then somebody got to answer them questions.
Mm-hmm. I thought we was all equal though.
Uh-huh.
John 3:16.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Al.
Everybody was the same. You open up, like you said, open up a can of worms on them.
Exactly.
You gotta explain, you African, we all the same color. Though we African now.
Yeah.
We.
It would, yeah.
Right.
That would open up Pandora's box. That's what would happen on there. They were like, no.
Too far.
And the pastor was like, he don't want to explain it.
Leave that low, bro.
The government told him not to explain it. He was like, I'm all right with not explaining that.
Right.
I'm good. If I have to explain that, I might lose some members. And god dang it, I got a Cardinals to play next week.
I might lose my life.
Exactly.
That too, for real.
Exactly.
I might lose this church life.
Yes.
And and I'm gonna show y'all, if that dude Farrakhan keeps saying things about the children of Israel, guess what? That dude's gonna end up getting put to death too.
Yeah. They what I said, they gonna mess around and put him out too,
That's
cause
right.
he's slowly but surely doing it, but yeah. When it becomes like, wait a minute. If he don't stop out there, we done kicked him off Facebook and Instagram, god dang it, hey, his next move, the two white men, they gonna live. The two, what is that, the one of InfoWars, what's his name?
Alex Jones.
Yeah, see, he'll live there. He ain't talking about nothing but anyway. In fact, he putting out what they tell him to put out anyway. But this one, coming up with some stuff that's some major stuff.
Freaking nigga better shut his mouth.
Yeah.
That's what they looking like.
Alex Jones, I was just telling him, that ain't nothing but conspiracy theory, you know, he just done with him, you know, but this one is putting out this real information. This is changing our kingdom will be gone from what he putting out. You see what I'm saying?
And see, that's the Most High. Man, look, let me tell you something. The Most High use everybody. That dude don't even know what he doing, man. He just saying that stuff, man. He don't really know it, because guess what? Even if he did know, playing both sides to get him hurt. But if he did know and he just saying it, can still get him hurt, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be in a lose-lose situation, especially if you ain't really choosing to try to live and try to keep these laws.
Yeah, being like lukewarm, he gotta get on one side.
Yeah.
or the other.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
He's gonna get spewed out.
That's right, Revelation 3:15. Go ahead, Al.
Let's go back to Matthew 5:16.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 16. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works.
They may see your,
That they may see your good works.
and yet Benaniah just came out with a whole class on works this last week about the commandment. Your works, your works. Well, they say the commandment's done away with. Well, you ain't got no works to show. We're gonna all be up there with empty-handed. Scale is gonna be all like this, it's all off balance. Well, they told us we didn't have to do no works. Well, they told y'all, so you just repent, huh? We'll just go ahead and on there and walk in it. But no, we gotta put in this work. And this is law, statutes, and commandments. And doing what the Most High say do. Go ahead
And glorify your Father which is in heaven.
and do what?
And glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Which is in heaven. Let's go to Revelation 2:5-7.
Book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 5. Remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent.
And do what?
And repent.
Uh-huh.
And do the first works.
And do those first works. Repent from this goddamn wicked kingdom. And go back to doing our first works, which was obeying the law, statutes, and commandments. Read.
Or else I will come unto thee quickly.
He said, or else. You remember you ever heard your mama and them always, or else. Boy, you knew, boy. You better do what you better do, cause or else. Man, that's worse than a cuss word. Or else. Man, shoot. Your homeboy run home. Did you, what y'all leaving for? She said, or else. You know, or he said, or else. That means if you don't do that, then you get in trouble. And I'm not going to be here to get the whooping with you. You know, go ahead.
Or else I will come unto thee quickly.
Quickly, not slow. I ain't taking my time. I'm coming.
And will remove thy candlestick out of this
Oh,
place.
man.
Remove your spirit out of your
Oh,
body.
man. All this you was standing on high. And if I remove that candlestick, your spirit gone. You burning. You burn up now. Candle fall on the floor now. You just disaster now. You ain't sitting on high no more. If you don't repent. But you got Negroes sitting in the hood right now in the projects talking about how they just cold and hard and everything else. Man, I ain't got a pot to piss in.
And won't bust a grape in Welch's front yard.
Uh-uh.
Come
Shoot.
on, man.
Give me a precept in 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 35, because like I was going into, man, it's very heavy, man. We got to do the works, because even the class that I brought out the week before, these works won't go unnoticed, man. You're gonna be rewarded for your works, man. This the work that you put into this truth, man, to the brotherhood, to the sisterhood. Guess what, man? This won't be in vain, man. We always got to remember that, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 35.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 35. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom.
So he's letting us know, always be ready, man, because you never know when that day gonna come. Read on now.
For the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore.
For what?
For the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore.
Because Lord's will, we make it to the kingdom, guess what? You won't need to be trying to look for that light, because it'll be shining on you forevermore, man. You know, we'll be shining like white diamonds, you know, in the kingdom, man. Read on out.
Flee the shadow of this world.
Come up out of the curse of this world, man. Flee the shadow, man, because it's bringing nothing to us but hurt, man, when you're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Read on out.
Receive the joyfulness of your glory.
Of your what?
Of your glory.
If we keep these commandments, guess what? We don't understand the glory that the Most High has set up for us, man. The Bible gives you a snippet into it, but guess what? Seeing it in person is on a whole nother level, man. Read on out.
I testify my Savior openly.
Read on out.
Oh, receive the gift that is given.
Because guess what? Everybody that's in here, guess what? And watching online and watching on YouTube and Facebook, guess what? The Most High has called you into this truth. Now, whether or not you stay or not is on you. Read on up.
And be glad.
And be
Giving
what?
thanks. And be glad.
Uh-huh.
Giving thanks unto him that hath called you to the heavenly kingdom.
To the what?
To the heavenly
So
kingdom.
we always got to keep that in mind, man. If you're doing this work, it won't be in vain, man. The goal is to get the kingdom, man.
That's right.
Yep, and if you're not doing this work, give me Proverbs 24 and 20.
The book of Proverbs chapter 24, verse 20. For there shall be no reward to the evil man.
Ain't no reward for that evil. All you doing that evil and ain't doing the Most High's work, ain't no reward for you. Read.
The candle of the wicked shall be put out.
The candle of the wicked shall be what?
The candle of the wicked shall be put out.
Not only if you finna have your stand come up off under me, but your candle finna be put out. You gonna be put to death. Let me get Job 21 and 17.
The book of Job, chapter 21, verse 17. How oft is the candle of the wicked put out?
How often is the candle of the wicked put out? That goes out a lot of time. We be seeing the pathway out of that wicked, and they were wicked. Have these old wicked funerals for him too. He was good. Oh, that nigga wasn't.
Robbing everybody.
All the time. I mean, just.
The hood happy he go.
Yeah, no doubt. That's the only reason they came. They like, boy, John got a whole lot of people at that funeral. That's because everybody in there want to make sure John dead. If John was to pop up, man, shoot, they gonna open fire on John at that funeral, man.
Or looking at his mom to get back that money he
Yeah,
stole
no
from him.
doubt. They try to figure out who got the money. Who got that Cadillac he had? Yeah, that mine. That's yours. No, he owed. You know, John owed me $2,000. You know, he said he was gonna pay me back with that Cadillac.
But I already claimed.
Yeah. You know the family that we need stole everything anyway. But go ahead.
And how oft cometh their destruction upon them? God distributes sorrows in his anger.
Yo, in his anger. So you keep on doing your evil. He's gonna get mad and he distributed it in his anger. Every time that's why you see people die sparingly. He giving other people a chance. Oh man, I ain't that mad at him. I'm mad, but I ain't that mad.
And that's why we see people go through the things that they go through.
Yes.
You know, Most High, he's calling brothers and sisters, man. He got to afflict us just like that bad child. If you don't whoop them, man, they'll just be out of control, man. So the Most High just giving us a whooping to get us back in line with his commandments, man. That's all that it is, man. We got to understand how to stop the whooping, man, by keeping the commandments.
I'm gonna show you how to stop the whooping. Y'all, hold y'all precepts, go to Titus 2 and 7. I'm gonna show you how to stop that whooping. See, the thing is, because our people think, just because you did it good right here, you got to have more than just it. It can't be just the one, I'm gonna do it good right here, and then come back here and I'm gonna keep messing up. No, the Lord requires different things, man, when you doing it, man.
The book
You
of
get
Titus,
read it.
the book of Titus chapter 2, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
In all things showing thyself a pattern of good works.
That's how you stop the whooping. You got to show a pattern of good works, man.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't want to do the pattern of good work. They just want to do it good today, and tomorrow I'm gonna do something different. No, you got to do a pattern of those good works, man. Show the Lord that, hey, look, I really stopped it, Lord. You know what I'm saying? I had that whoremonger spirit on me now, Lord. I really stopped it. I ain't going back there. You got to show the pattern of good works before he believed that you won't do it. Because he's looking at you like, go ahead and do it, Negro. Go ahead and do it. And guess what we'll do? We'll go ahead and do it again.
And
And
that's
some
what-
of them be like, no, I ain't gonna do it, Lord. I said I ain't gonna do it, I ain't going back. You got to show the pattern of that thing.
And that's when you know you've been delivered and coming up out of something, is when you like, man, it's been 2 weeks. I ain't even smoked no cigarette, not on the dad. I didn't even have that thought on my mind. Then next thing you know, a month go by. Now, you know, first it started just with the 1 day. Then it started with this 1, 2, you know, this little time. It's a gradual thing. Then next thing you know, you got 4, 5, 6 months. Well, held on. It's a good pattern going on here. I ain't
Breathing
did that
better.
no more.
You're breathing better.
Yeah, my
You're
body
living
feeling
better.
good.
You feeling
All
better.
these things, man.
Come on.
And that's on everything. Any addiction.
That's what-
Man, if they selling you, look, if somebody say, I'm gonna crack, I'm gonna be done tomorrow, and you come back and them others is finished, they on another drug to stop them from going to that drug. Because it's a gradual thing to come out of some stuff, man. Like even when you wake up, you're just gonna pop up, you know what I'm saying, and breakfast is cooked. You can wake up slowly and then you get your energy, now you ready to go on your day. Unless you had a bad night.
Well, read that from the top again on that Titus, man.
Chapter 2, verse 7 of Titus, in all things.
Hold up. It said in all things. It didn't say in some things. It said in all things. Read on up.
Showing thyself a pattern of good works.
You got to show yourself a pattern of good works in all things, not in some things, man. In all things. Read on up.
In doctrine.
In what?
In doctrine.
And in doctrine, when you study, guess what? You got to show a pattern of your studying. You can see it on anybody. Cause you be like, hey man, give me such and such, and then they be like, from it, brother, you ain't studying. Read on up.
In doctrine. Showing uncorruptness.
Showing uncorruptness. And all your things, you got to show uncorruptness, man. Because when you're doing a pattern of good works, guess what? The corruptness don't come there, man. Read on up.
Gravity, sincerity.
Gravity and sincerity. You got to show a pattern of good works, man. That's the thing that the Lord looking for. That's how you stop the bleed. That's how you stop the urges from coming around. Because I used to be a cigarette smoker myself. Smoked cigarette 20 years. I used to be a cigarette smoker myself. But the thing is, when the Lord took me from that, guess what I was thinking in my mind? This is the first time I used the restroom without smoking a cigarette. This is the first time I drive without smoking a cigarette. This is the first time I went fishing without smoking a cigarette. The pattern of my good works had came and brought that from me, delivered me from that. But don't think that, guess what, even though I done stopped it, sometimes urges do come about just to see what I'm gonna do. The urge, but then I'm like, I ain't trying to hear that. You know, I kind of block it out of my mind, and guess what? It goes away immediately.
Yeah.
But when you first stop it, it's harder. You understand? That's why you got to show the pattern of the good works to get
Oh,
those things
praise.
involved for you.
Oh,
Go
praise.
ahead, Al.
We go back to Matthew 5 and 17.
Book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Man, he said, don't think that I did this. Don't even put it in your mind that I did this. All you Christianites, man, he telling you that. Don't put it on your mind that I came to destroy this, take away. Don't go there. And he telling you, don't go there with me. Because I ain't come back to do that. I know y'all lying y'all butt up. I didn't come back to do that. Go ahead.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
All the prophecies, all the stuff that the prophets prophesied about, I didn't come to take away none of that. And just because I'm here, that is not what I'm saying. Yeah, y'all gonna go into slavery. Don't just because I'm here, don't mean that ain't gonna happen to them. Because we went into slavery. So don't think that that's gonna stop. Just because I done came, don't think that I came to stop none of that. I just came to do something. Read.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
But to what?
But to fulfill.
Let's go to Luke 24:44 to get that fulfilled.
Cause I know that's what a lot of people get hung up on. What did Christ fulfill?
He fulfilled.
I just keep saying that later.
Yeah, you do. I do too, man. Cause that's what a lot of Christianites get hung up on, that fulfill. But it just told you, that he didn't come to fulfill the law or destroy the law. So what did he come to fulfill? But people, we so psychologically programmed into not keeping God's commandments, that's automatically set in them, especially if they not reading precept upon precept. Go ahead,
And then if everything is all fulfilled, then that means, first of all, we gotta go through this New World Order stuff and all that stuff. I guess that's just done. All that stuff still gotta go on in Revelation. A lot of stuff still gotta be done. So if he fulfilled everything, well, what are we doing here? We should already be in the kingdom now. It should already be a heaven. We should already be, hey, we should be running around here got my wings and trying to see how they work. This is what we should be at if everything fulfilled. Cause that's how Christianites think. That's how they think we gonna get our wings with a little old halo, and half of them wearing their halo on backwards. Ain't even right. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the movie Thor. They can't even come pick the hammer up, man. You got to be one of those special people to pick this hammer up, man. You can't even move it out of place, man. They ain't got no comprehension. A lot of times when they read this Bible, this become a stumbling block to them. Every scripture they read is a stumbling block, but it's plain to us of the understanding.
Yeah.
That's keeping the commandments.
Go ahead and read that.
Luke, chapter 24, verse 44. And he said unto them, These are the words which I spake unto you, while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses.
And it was written in the laws of Moses.
And in the prophets.
And in the prophets. All that stuff got to be fulfilled. The stuff Moses said, the stuff the prophets said, all that stuff got to be fulfilled. All of it. And has everything been fulfilled? No, Because it tells in Isaiah 14:1 that all these people are going to be our slaves. So they ain't our slaves now, so that ain't fulfilled yet. So I ain't giving up until I get me some slaves. Yeah, I know something done changed. That's what he said. So I'm not, don't throw the prophecies away. No. That's why the white man come up with that. All that prophecies is over with. Why? Because he knows it's the demise of his nation. No. Your enemy has tricked you. You don't need that candle. Put it under the bed. You don't need it. Better yet, don't worry about it. I'll make some light for you. I'll be your light. I got laws. God just gave you 632. I gave you 47,600 and some. That's how many I gave you that many. I outdid him. That's what he's trying to. We up there. They gravitate to our enemy.
Let's get a precept real quick. I'm gonna get right back. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 37.
Hold on before you go there. Go ahead and finish that out. Did you need him to finish that out? I just want
No, go ahead.
When I finish, I don't want to have to come back.
No,
to that
go
with
ahead.
A couple of words. Go ahead and finish that out.
Which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms.
And the Psalms, all the Psalms of David writing, all the music that was made. Go ahead.
Concerning me,
All that stuff has to be fulfilled.
And he said, concerning me, so guess what? He fulfilled stuff before he left, and he got to fulfill stuff when he come back.
Exactly. And go ahead.
So all of this has to come about, man. So a lot of time they reaching and they not reading the scriptures, man.
Right.
But go ahead,
Because if he fulfilled, that means he should have died, came back, and be coming back again.
That's right.
All that should have been done if everything is fulfilled. And yet, go to Luke 16 first, right quick. We almost done, y'all. I know.
the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 15. And he said unto them, Ye are that which justify yourselves before men, but God knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed amongst men is abomination in the sight of God.
It's an abomination in Sarah. That's not what I want.
No, read on down. I think that is.
16.
Oh, yeah.
17.
Yeah.
Oh, 16
my bad.
and
Go ahead.
17.
I'm sorry.
16 and 17.
Verse 16.
I didn't put the through sign on it.
Keep reading.
Go ahead.
The law and the prophets, verse 16. The law and the prophets were until done. Since that time the kingdom of God is preached, and every man presses into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is easier for heaven and earth to pass than one tittle of the law to fail.
They said that this earth, all this stuff will be gone before one tittle of the lost failed.
That's right.
He said it's easy for all the earth. And you know how hard that, man, well, I guess when the white folks touch and try to blow it up, that's the only way it's gonna be gone. But he said that'll pass before this law passed. So how in the world this law is done away with? Now go back, man. That's what I wanted to get. I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, shoot, what happened to
You know the line there is still alive in
it?
effect.
All praise. Go ahead. We back on there 18.
Yeah. Matthew 5:18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
None, not a period or a comma. So pass from the law. None of that. Not one jot, not one tittle. None of it. Go ahead.
Till all be fulfilled.
Till all this whole Bible is fulfilled. Everything got to be fulfilled. Until then, you keep the law. That's commanded of us. And then the only thing we don't have to do, we don't have to do no sacrificial law. That's another story. Get into that later. But go ahead.
Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Oh, hold on. Let's get one of these least commandments. Let's go to Numbers 15:38. This is what inspired me to bring this out. It's just this little bitty fringes. I know everybody thinking, yeah, no. It's just the fact of the matter, as we explained about fringes, it lets me know that you got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue.
Read.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart.
And see, some people think it just because, well, people got on fringes and they look down, they still be sinning. That don't mean you got to stop wearing them.
That's right.
That has no idea. What that got to do with anything? That just been disobedient. Most High deal with them. But you still supposed to wear them no matter that. You still supposed to wear them. Go ahead.
And do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring.
That's what they use them for. Let's go back. I'm not even gonna get into that yet. I'm gonna start another 30-minute project on that. And let's go back to 19.
Matthew 5:19.
Oh, better yet, hold on before we go there. Let's go to Revelation 21:8 right quick.
The book of Revelation, chapter 21.
Because that was talking about the least that he's commanded. Now this gonna be talking about all this other stuff Negroes get into too. Go ahead.
Revelation 21:8. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone,
That's what they gonna have,
which is the second death.
which is that second death. And see, people always be talking, we be saying this, you're gonna be put to death. People don't care, because they don't know nothing about death. They just think, well, we all die, but we ain't talking about that death. The death we talking about is that second.
The second one.
And not all people gonna die, because the Bible tells us not all people gonna die. Elijah didn't die. So, but at the same time, that ain't the death you gotta be worried about anyway. This death, that second death.
Because no one, brothers, they done felt the physical death. But it is nothing like having your spirit die and having your spirit on fire, man. You know, that's something that no one has ever experienced, man.
That's
You
right.
know, and that's something for brothers and sisters to kind of meditate on, man. You know,
And the thing is, people looking at, Christian church teach us, man, you don't want to go to hell. They don't understand hell, heaven and hell is a condition. Jump up a verse, go to 20, and stay in Revelation 20, and go to 14. It'll show you something. Everybody want to speak about hell. Oh, you can go to hell. But hell is a condition, it's been proved it. Read that up.
Revelation chapter 20, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
So how are you gonna go to hell? How they say, you gonna go to hell? But the Bible just said death and hell going to the lake of fire.
Mm-hmm.
So that means hell must be something else.
Cause there ain't no more slavery for Israelites out there. It's gonna be all that slavery we had. So we'd had 7 major slaveries and 7 minor slaveries. All that's gonna be gone. That's what he's saying. That's gonna be pushed out. That ain't gonna, and we ain't gonna do it for us no more slavery. But we still gotta get out of all the council that's gonna be messing with us. So 2/3 of us gotta be put to death. That's Israel. Go ahead, you just want to finish up on that one?
And this is the second death.
He said, and that is the I got another precept. 1 Corinthians 15 and 26. It said death and hell was gonna be tossed into the lake of fire. I'm gonna show you something about this death too. You get that, read that out.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death.
The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. So guess what he said? And when you read Revelation 20 and 14, guess what it said? Death and hell. So those were the 2 last things that it was hell with the condition that we was in, and death. He was gonna cast all of that into what? The lake of fire. So it's letting you know this is talking about a condition of what
Yeah.
people go through.
And then we'll be on that eternal life.
Eternal life. Get those celestial,
Celestial
celestial, Shalak.
immortal bodies.
Yeah, let's go back to 19 and finish that out.
Matthew 5 and 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments
We find out the least one.
and shall teach men.
Oh, whoa.
Gotta hit that.
Not the fact that you just what's name, but if you teaching men so. I think he brought that out earlier, what we should be teaching, preaching.
Yeah,
He brought that
2:7.
Malachi 2 and 7 out.
Uh-huh.
He brought that out earlier, and he said, if you teaching, not just the ones not doing, but if you out there deceiving his people, which is what they doing in them churches, go ahead. Go ahead.
He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
He should be called what?
The least in the kingdom of heaven.
All right, and then we already seen what was gonna be least in the kingdom of heaven. That lake is fire. Cause you teaching death upon your people.
And guess what? You also teach people 2 ways, by word of mouth and by your actions.
Uh-huh.
So your children see what you doing, they see what you speaking. So guess what? They looking at that too. So it's very important that we set the example, we set the foundation on how they should guide their lives and how they should keep the commandments, man.
And let's go to Revelation right quick, this last, in the last book of the Bible. Last chapter, Revelation 22:14. Everybody, we done heard this quite a few times.
Revelation 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his
See, the
commandments,
ones that doing his commandments and teaching to do the commandment, blessed are them. Go ahead.
that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city.
And they may enter into the gates and through the city. But if you're not teaching it, you're not entering in the gates. If you talking about these laws done away with, don't expect to come to the gate. I mean, don't even, better yet, you see the gate, you know darn well, you already know, man, I can't even go in now.
It's only one gate. I thought it was only one gate. It says only one gate.
There's 12 of them, but I'm just
And
saying.
entering through the gates
Mhm.
into the city.
And see, a lot of times, guess what? How you think you're gonna make it to the kingdom, and you think it's gonna be one gate? Obviously, you were all before the start.
Yeah. Let's go back and finish that out in 19, 5 and 19. We almost done here.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
That's what the Revelation 2 and 14. Blessed is he that do the commandments. And if you teach them, then you blessed then. But if you're not doing it, or if you teach and don't do the commandment, you gonna hit that what we explained earlier, that lake of fire that's waiting for you.
And that's how you can see, the modern day scribes and Pharisees. You can
Mhm.
point them out by seeing the people that teach it,
And what they teaching, yeah.
not keeping the commandments. Cause they want to teach everything against Christ, man.
But want you to bait what they got.
That's right.
Set up.
And they want you to obey America, cause you got to
America,
be
exactly.
America,
Gotta
you ain't
be
in jail.
America. They always saying that, obey the laws of the land. No, obey God's laws.
Right.
Cause your laws might go against God's laws, man. Go ahead, read 20, verse 20.
Matthew 5:20. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Let's go to Romans 2 and 10 and 3. Let's go ahead and explain that. If your righteousness on this, man, you gotta exceed the Pharisee, cause that's like he just brought out. Just brought that out. Man, we gotta exceed what they were doing. They were doing all the laws but the laws of the Most High. Then they were doing some of them. They were doing, look, cause some of the Pharisees were doing some of the laws of God, but they were making up their own. And then they were twisting it up how they wanted to fit them.
They said, you can't eat that, man, you got to wash your hands. See, that's what the elders said they supposed to do.
And they gonna wash their hands. You gotta wash your hands because we wash our hands. Man, I'm tired.
Right.
I'm not gonna walk to that well. I'm finna eat this right now. This lamb looking good. I just got out the field now. I'm finna eat now. You want me to walk a mile to the well, wash my hands? Come, nah, partner. But see, the Pharisees trying to be like the kings of the earth. They was trying to be like they was just so royalty, you know what I'm saying? They try to act like they wasn't that. Man, shoot. And then what's so bad that they wash their hands and then don't clean their butt though. So what good, man? Listen, man. They learning nothing but the world stuff, man. Everything is a facade, it's fake, man. It's a whatever they show you is a lie. Let's go ahead. Romans 10 and 3.
Romans chapter 10, verse 3. For they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God.
And that's what they've been doing. Them Pharisees doing just that. They ain't look, for they being ignorant of God's righteousness. And that's ignorant knowing what he said and then not doing it.
And that's it. And I'm gonna look at. I always throw shots. It don't matter how you take it. That's ignorant to say Christ didn't do the miracles.
Exactly.
So,
That's ignorant.
In your ignorance, you will get rebuked in the gate.
And that's and go on and finish because this is what's going on. Read that again. All right, I got it. Yeah.
Romans 10 and 3. For they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness.
That's what they're doing. They're going about establishing their own righteousness. Righteousness is what they think is right. Not what God thinks is right. Because then you be like, well, where is that at in the scriptures? Well,
My spirit
yeah,
said,
my spirit said, yeah, your spirit should line up with the Bible. I don't care what your spirit said. Your spirit just meaning your thought.
That's right.
You think. When people tell you that, well, my spirit said, all they say is, I think. No. Your spirit should be the spirit of this Bible. So if your spirit said, it should be in this Bible. If you agree with the laws and statutes of the Most High God, it should be this spirit of the Most High. If it ain't in this Bible, that's that. I don't give a, forget your spirit, man. Your spirit be God and nigga all wrong. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, sis, you know. Your spirit be God, me all wrong, man. We don't need to follow your spirit no more. Hold on, let me just look at the map. You know? we ain't going by your thought. We out in the middle of nowhere and we had a map in the car. But we so proud and so stubborn to pick it up. We going by his thought. You know, or his thought. No. Let's just get the map and get there. All praises. Now, I'm going to get this last one. This is a law, and it goes with the scripture. Let's go to Deuteronomy 27:26.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 26. Cursed be he that confirmeth not all the words of this law to do them.
What is that?
Cursed be he that confirmeth not all the words of this law to do them.
Cursed be he that put his candle up under the bed and not do these laws. Cursed be you that hide his candle.
Tuck your fringes in.
All that old stuff. Ashamed to be who you are.
Not
So,
growing your beard.
all that. I need to look pretty because my wife left me, so I need to get my goatee back so I can go get me another woman, and I grow my beard back when I get her. So, after a while, you're gonna be plucking your hair out because that woman you just brought in gonna be wicked as hell. So, go ahead, finish it up.
Cursed be he that confirmeth not all the words of this law to do them.
Mhm.
And all the people shall say, Amen.
And all the people say what?
Amen.
Hallelujah. And that's when we're gonna end this song. Hold on a second. We gotta give them tell them.
To the brothers and sisters, 'cause I'm about to take over your class.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go
But,
ahead.
all praise to the brothers and sisters that's, helping us push this truth. That's what the GoFundMe account is for, brothers and sisters that done donated. All praise to the Most High for that thing, man. Help us push this truth to the four corners of the earth, man. Share the videos, subscribe to the videos, man. If you got any concerns or questions, feel free to call us, man. Our number is on the YouTube page. So, brothers and sisters that's on Facebook Live watching us, subscribe to the videos, man. We on Periscope, we're on all these different social media sites to where you can get in touch and watch the classes and get built up. Anything else? Go ahead.
And on that note, we say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.